Chapter 43. Angela's POV. The moment the car door shut, the world felt too small. Too quiet. 74. 55 vouchers. Liam's engine hummed beneath us, steady and low, but my heart was anything but. My hands were clenched in my lap so tightly my fingers ached. I stared straight ahead through the windshield, watching the parking lot lights blur, my reflection faintly visible in the glass. Wide-eyed, shaken, guilty. I opened my mouth, then closed it again. God, say something. It wasn't what it looked like, I finally blurted, the words tumbling out thin and rushed. I mean, yes, we were having dinner, but it was supposed to be about work, and I didn't know you were. Angela. Liam shook his head, eyes still on the road. His voice was calm. Too calm. You don't have to explain. I swallowed hard at his words. We're not actually together, he continued evenly. You can have dinner with whoever you want. Besides, Ethan was your friend once. The words hit like a slap. Not because they were wrong, but because his tone didn't match them at all. His jaw was tight. His shoulders were rigid. His hands were locked around the steering wheel like he was holding himself in place. That's not. I stopped myself, breath catching. My chest felt too full, like something was pushing up against my ribs. Demanding to be said. Before I could overthink it, before fear could talk me out of it, the truth spilled out. Ethan tried to kiss me. The car slowed. Not abruptly, but noticeably. I didn't want him to, I rushed on, panic creeping into my voice. I pulled away. I told him no. I've been trying to keep things professional, but he keeps pushing and I don't know what else to do and I just... Liam's hands tightened on the wheel, knuckles whitening. He didn't interrupt. When he finally spoke, his voice was low. Controlled. Dangerous in its restraint. He tried to kiss you. Yes. And you said no. Yes. He exhaled sharply through his nose, like he was counting to 10. Or 20. Or 100. That's harassment, he said flatly. That's not okay, Angela. You need to report this. My stomach dropped. I can't. He glanced at me then, really looked at me, and something in his expression shifted. Why not? I hesitated, shame burning hot behind my eyes. I hated how small my voice sounded when I answered. Ethan's family has influence at the company. His father sits on board meetings, he makes calls. People like him don't get consequences, they get apologies. I stared down at my hands. And I can't afford to lose my job. Silence filled the car again, heavier this time. I'm barely making rent as it is, I whispered. Saying it out loud felt like stripping down to the bone. If I get fired, I don't have a safety net. I don't have parents who can wire me money or friends with spare apartments. I can't risk it. I waited for pity. For discomfort. For him to pull back. But when I looked up, Liam wasn't looking at me like I was fragile. He was thinking. Really thinking. What if you didn't have to worry about rent? He asked carefully. My heart stuttered. What? Morn. 26. Oh. Diggo. 12:10 Monday, January 26 G. Chapter 43. 55 vouchers. He slowed the car as he spoke, his words measured. What if we made our arrangement more official? You're already my roommate. That doesn't change. And if people already think we're together, then, we control the narrative. I turned toward him fully now. Liam. I'm not saying you owe me anything, he cut in quickly, almost too quickly. And I'm not trying to trap you or fix you or... He stopped, jaw flexing, then looked at me. Really looked at me. I just don't like the idea of you feeling unsafe. Or cornered. My throat tightened. I can't just live off your charity, I said, even as my voice betrayed me. I won't. His grip loosened on the wheel as he pulled into an empty stretch of road, then he turned to face me fully, the car idling. It's not charity, he said quietly. It's me wanting you safe. Taken care of. Think of it as me appreciating you for agreeing to be my girlfriend. Well, fake girlfriend, he swallowed, the vulnerability in his eyes knocking the breath from my lungs. Let me do this, please. Please. The word undid me. This wasn't arrogance. Or control. Or obligation. This was him asking. I nodded before I could talk myself out of it. Okay, I whispered. Relief crossed his face so fast it startled me. Okay, he repeated, like he needed to hear it again. Okay, I said, firmer this time. But we set boundaries, clear ones. Of course, he said immediately. Whatever you need. He started the car again, turning back toward the restaurant. The rest of the drive passed in a strange, fragile quiet, one filled with thoughts I didn't know how to name. When we pulled into the parking lot, my car sat exactly where I'd left it, like nothing monumental had just happened. I reached for the door handle. Angela, Liam said. I paused. He reached out, catching my hand gently. The contact sent a spark straight up my arm. I need you to know something, he said, his voice steady but soft. If we were really dating, if this wasn't pretend, I would never make you feel unsafe. Or pressured. Or small. His thumb brushed over my knuckles, absent and careful. You deserve everything. The words settled into my chest like a secret I wasn't ready to examine. I squeezed his hand once, afraid that if I spoke, something in me would crack wide open. Let me get my car and we can go home, Liam. I said softly, then pulled away before I could change my mind. As I got into my car and watched him wait for me, my heart pounded with questions I wasn't brave enough to ask yet. Because the scariest part wasn't Ethan anymore. It was the possibility that this, whatever this was, it was already real. AD. Comment. Send gift. No ads.